The Loop, one of Chicago's 77 designated community areas, is the central business district of the city and is the main section of downtown Chicago. Home to its commercial core, it is the second largest commercial business district in North America. The near-side community area is located to the south of the Loop, and the site Rescoville belongs to it, also known as the 78. At first glance, the conceptual art depicts crowds of ever-smiling, ever-diverse people strolling on concrete paths or lounging on carefully manicured lawns between shiny buildings topped with lush gardens. What the drawings don't illustrate is the high cost of living in a neighborhood created entirely by a luxury developer. In the neighborhood, some apartments reportedly cost from $4.5 million for a one-bedroom to $32 million for a duplex penthouse. 40% of adults living in Chicago's suburbs report that they spend more than 30% of their income on housing, which is actually a lot. In the chart, red and yellow indicate neighborhoods where the average amount residents spend on housing exceeds 30% of their income, the threshold above which the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development considers people to be cost burdened. The affordability gap is the gap of demand and supply of affordable houses, in which case the demand is always higher than the supply. The government says housing is affordable if a family spends no more than 30% of their income to live there. This threshold is called affordable rent burden, but 30% of 1 million is very different from 30% of 20,000. If we line up all the families in a place by income, the median family income is what the family right in the middle of the income distribution earns. By definition, half the families earn more and half the families earn less than the median income. Below are the actual median family incomes for the country, state, county, and the city. And after seeing the median incomes of all the different areas, the median income for a family of 4 in Chicago metropolitan area is $73,600. That's a lot higher than the median income for Chicago alone, which is $54,100. The area used to calculate Chicago's median income is a lot bigger than the city itself. Now what interested me was why not create a circular program where the solution is sustainable, affordable, and livable, and how can all these three come together? Involvement of public has actually proven to be a solution towards affordable housing. For instance, here is an example of Half a House by Alejandro Aravena in Chile, where it shows the level of completion was only 50% and the rest was the house owner's involvement. On the other hand, the Urban Rigor in Rotterdam, where the level of completion was 100% but no residents' participation. A possible business plan where Illinois Affordable Housing Tax Credit, a state tax, credits for people who give money, land, or a building for free or a reduced price to a nonprofit working on the construction or rehabilitation of affordable housing. The Illinois Housing Department Authority runs this program. For every dollar someone gives to an affordable housing project, they can knock 50 cents off the taxes they owe to the state of Illinois. Rents have to be affordable to families in the target income category. 712 units were created with the donations of Illinois Affordable Housing Tax Credit in 2013. The program generated about $9.7 million in donations in 2013. And the amount of donations to the program has grown in recent years. After studying the interesting grid of Chicago, as it can be seen on the image on the right, I was able to use the two-dimensional grid into 3 dimensions, which led me to cellular automation. Cellular automation, or CA, is a computational method that is able to simulate the process of growth or generation of simple individuals by following simple rules. A CA system consists of a grid network of cells where each individual cell has a state of being occupied or empty. It starts with an initial status of cells and is based on a set of rules which works accordingly to the number of occupied neighbors. This 2D cellular system is then visualized in 3D as a start. In order to form a master plan for Rescoville, it is crucial to understand the existing structure of the city. The initial step was to use the original 1 mile grid of Chicago, and the intermediate grid of 100 meters was formed as basic block for planning. By taking the 100 meter by 100 meter grid of Chicago onto the site, it helped to form these 100-meter square blocks, and 21 blocks were generated onto the site. Considering those 21 blocks on the site, I decided to use the first strip of 7 blocks for the intervention. As the site is quite large, it would be a challenge to find investors to construct on the whole site, so I proposed to do the development in stages. And in that first strip of 7 blocks, I used the cellular automation on the first 2 blocks of 100 meters square each. The whole concept of this type of computer-generated modular structure is that we can manipulate it according to the need. In order for the modules to generate, I used BASIC's 6 by 6 meter base unit, which is actually a space for a single user. The module at these stages are at time 0, but in the future can either grow or even shrink, all according to the user. Every unit here is made by a 6 by 6 meter module and is designed that it can either grow or shrink accordingly. The Type 1 house is made of one module, a 36 meter square space for a single user. Type 2 is made of 2 modules, a 72 meter square space. The third module is a double-story unit made of 3 modules, giving a 108 meter square space. These are only the few of the possibilities I considered, but every module can be made different and unique. The 6 by 6 meter modular grid was imposed on the 100 meter by 100 meter block. The modular system now grows, leaving 25 meter to 30 meter of offset. The 6 by 6 modular grid was imposed on the 100 meter by 100 meter block. The 6 meter by 6 meter modular grid was imposed on the 100 meter by 100 meter block. The modular system now grows, leaving 25 meter to 30 meters of offset for public space and landscaping. Cellular automation has generated a system according to the rules, which is then manually manipulated for the structure. In this structure, each floor has a different type of modular house as shown before, which were decided by the users, as in the users only buy place according to their needs. In other words, users get to decide how much space they need for their house, ranging from single person house to a multi-family unit, and they only pay for the place they use. In this process, the CA system helps to show the possible solutions of growth or even shrinkage. Exploded axonometric views showing how the cores of the structure became the hardware of the system and the modular units became their software. Possible elevation showing the structure is breathable too, as the system generates enough space so that the existing modules could either shrink or grow depending on the user's needs. This kind of cellular automation system and manual manipulation shows that the system not only has the potential to grow horizontally, but it can grow vertically as well. Thank you for your time.